Hello, love. Thank you for tuning in and joining me for this message. In this video, we're going to do a very short wax reading, and we're going to be using these small little wax chips or wax buds. The buds are I usually consider the buds to be a little bigger than this, and I consider the smallest ones to be the chips. But we're going to be using these just to get some very quick messages on the energy that Spirit is relaying to us, the energy of the atmosphere, the energy of love. This is going to be a love reading, so we're going to get some messages on that. But before we start, I want to take a moment to welcome the Holy Spirit and thank the heavens for being with us at this present moment. Thank you, Lord, for gracing us with your presence and all that you are. Okay, so we're going to get into the reading, but I wanted to say I have been hearing so many different messages, so many different energies and just messages of love coming to me throughout the day, and really actually for a very long time. But this love energy has just been very strong in I would say in the past couple of months. Honestly, it's been very strong, and I feel like it's been building and just becoming stronger and stronger. So today I also have been seeing the number 444. So 3 4s, triple 4. And what that number usually signifies is the ending of a cycle and the beginning or the start of a new cycle. So I do feel like this buildup of love is going into a new cycle and ending out a previous cycle for a lot of those who are in love. And I'm also hearing not just for those who are in love, but for people who are in some sort of struggle situation. This can be any struggle situation when it comes to finances, when it comes to maybe some sort of living situation. I'm seeing a lot of different scenarios where there is an ending to a situation that's not really a good feeling for, you know, members of the collective, and they're coming into more happiness. Also, before I started this reading and I was shuffling the cards, so we'll also pull some cards at the end. So once we get messages from these chips here, we'll pull some cards. It probably won't be that long, but it'll just be as the Spirit leads. But as I was shuffling and pulling cards, I only pulled a couple. In the blue cards, I got the Ace of Hearts, which signifies some sort of victory in love in the Spirit. And that's kind of what I've been feeling too in the love energy that has been very strong, is some sort of victory in love when it comes to really the inner being. It's an awakening, it's an awareness, it's some sort of knowing when it comes to love for members of the collective. For the red cards, I got an 8 of Hearts and the colorful Joker. The 8 of Hearts to me symbolizes the balance in love. So I feel like there's some sort of balance in love in being experienced in the physical world. And the colorful Joker to me signified happiness. I really tuned in on the happiness. I typically view the Joker as coming into truth, coming into abundance, with the colorful Joker being the big Joker. I really felt it strongly, but the message that I really got and I really heard was happiness. And I heard whoever the person is on your mind in this love situation, in this love connection. I heard them say, I want to be a part of your happiness. I want to provide happiness to you. I want to give you happiness. So those were very heavy things on my mind throughout the course of, for a little while now. And then when I pulled that message in the cards, it just really spoke to me about the things that the collective is experiencing right now. So let's get into the message. So I'm gonna use these chips here and see what the spirit wants to tell us through these chips. And then again, and after this we will pull cards. Okay. I'm definitely seeing some sort of blossom, some sort of fire, but this is so small, so you may not be able to see it, but I'm seeing a skull, like a skull, like representing some sort of death. I think that is speaking to heavily, that is speaking to the end of some sort of cycle. And I'm hearing for a lot of you, this cycle, it was a very dark cycle. It was a cycle of really being lost. It was a cycle of really kind of feeling, I'm hearing not having direction. That's really what I'm hearing. A cycle of not having I'm hearing not knowing direction. Right? This here is kind of reminding me of some sort of torso. I see one part of the body on one side and another part of the body on the other side. It's almost like this torso here, and it's split like down the center. That's what I'm seeing. And I am getting like twin flame love vibes from this, what I'm seeing here. But I'm also seeing a butterfly too, with that split down the middle of this torso here. I'm seeing like a butterfly wings. I don't know if you can really see that there in the camera, but that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm picking up on. And that already is out. I feel like that's a huge message that they want us to speak about here. The butterfly and the process that the butterfly goes to, and even in its transformation from a caterpillar in the cocoon and building up the strength to become this beautiful butterfly, building up the strength to become itself. Going through this process of having to fight, really. And I feel like that's what this dark space was that came up, is the process of having to fight. I see this fire still burning in the water, and it's just reminding me that the flame hasn't gone out. This may be someone that you have been in love with for a very long time. Maybe you've known them for a very long time, and this love is coming to life, especially with that new beginning or that new start coming in. I feel like this love is coming to life. There's a start in love here in this relationship. So when it comes to the person that you're thinking of, what I'm seeing here with this flame still on the water is that they have always loved you, and that love, that flame, that passion has not gone out. It's always been there. I'm hearing actually, it sounds like to me it sounds like two people speaking, and it's like they're saying the same thing. And I'm hearing, I felt this connection in my soul. And it's like I'm hearing the divine masculine and the divine feminine say this at the same time. It's almost like, but they're not looking at each other. They're not facing each other. They're facing outward. So it's almost like they're wanting to say this to one another, but they haven't said this to one another. And they haven't spoke to one another about this, but this is what they're feeling. This is their heart speaking. And yeah, it says, I'm hearing, like, I felt this connection in my soul. And I hear also, it's like the first time that I felt my soul, it's the first time that I knew that I actually had a soul there, something like that I'm hearing. But I'm hearing them both say it at the same time, and it's almost like they're speaking to each other, but not facing each other, like not facing each other's direction, but at the same time they're speaking to each other. I think that's saying that you may not be together. I'm hearing you may not be in the same direction, something like that, but your bodies aren't in the same position, but your love is. I'm not really sure what that means, or that's what I heard, so you'll have to take that as it resonates. That's what I heard. It's like your bodies are not in the same position. They're not in the same placement, but the love is. So yeah, that is what I heard. I'm also getting some sort of story about this dark place that the masculines have been in. So I'll light this second candle chip, and I'll try and get some more messages from there. Holy Spirit, can you tell us what it is about this love? Holy Spirit, tell us what it is about this love here. I see something lining up here. And here it is. This flame is still burning. Okay, it's just gone out when this second flame is lit, and it's starting to really form that straight line. Okay? This message, I feel like you all are gonna have to try and interpret it the best way you can, because when the angels speak, it comes in different ways. Sometimes it comes in visions, it can come in dreams, it can come in just some sort of experience where you see something differently, or you notice something. And sometimes it's just like, it's not necessarily the language that we learned here on earth or we grew up speaking. It's a heavenly language. It's something that sometimes you have to feel. It's all different depending on the different levels, the different things that you're connecting with, the different individuals and the different energies you're connecting with. But I feel the need to speak something about like language and communication and understanding. That went out, and like, so that's that. But I do feel like it's something about knowing. It's something about like, I hear I love you, and that's it. That's all. Like, there's not much more that I can really express. Like, I don't really know how to express much more besides just I love you. I mean, that's what I'm hearing, that's what I'm getting. I'm also hearing I'm hearing some sort of story. Like I was saying, it's going back to that dark place. It's going back to that dark place. And what I do here is like, I found myself. This is like this is some sort of deep story. And that's why it's so hard for me to kind of get it out. And I feel like that's what it is for whoever it is that's on your mind. Like, it's hard for them to get it out. It's hard for them to express it. I don't think that they've ever spoke this. I'm hearing this language before. It's like not even like I've never spoke these words before. I've never spoke this language before. The language of my soul. When I, felt this connection in my soul, and I found my soul, and I experienced my soul, the language of my soul, the communication of it, speaking back to it. I've never spoke this language before. So it's like they're learning a new language. That's what I'm getting. That is what I'm getting. And I'm hearing like the story in the dark place saying, how could someone have me to lose myself and find myself all at the same time? Wow. That is so deep. That is so deep, but that's what I'm hearing. How can there be someone who has me to lose myself and find myself all at the same time? All right, so the chips are there. I only had 2 chips, so those are in the bowl. And now I'm going to pull some cards to see what else the Spirit wants to share with us through the playing cards. So yeah, like I said before, when I pulled the cards earlier, in the blue I got the Ace of Hearts, and in the red I got the 8 of Hearts and the colorful Joker. So I'm interested in, oh my goodness, I didn't even realize the colorful Joker is here again. So yeah, this, to me, the message that I got when I pulled this out before the reading, and I was just trying to feel the energy, I got them saying, I want to be a part of your happiness. I want to bring you happiness. I want to be happiness, with you. Something about the colors, I was drawn to something about the colors this time, where it was just colorful and happy, and I'm hearing bliss. Yeah, pure bliss. So let's see what comes out. I'm gonna pull, this is gonna be really quick. I'll probably pull maybe 4 from the red. Yeah, I'm hearing 4 from the red. And now that I'm hearing the 4 from the red, I just remembered I kept seeing that number 444. And also that number, the number 4 to me, symbolizes like a match, a pair, like a perfected match in heaven, on earth as it is in heaven. That's what I usually think of when I see the 4. It's like 2 and 2, one couple and another couple, a couple in the spiritual and a couple in the physical, and they're matching up together. So let's get into it and see what we get. I don't know why I feel excited. I don't know what we're gonna get. Something, there's some sort of excitement going on in love. I'm hearing, yeah, this comes from that, and there's the clarity Joker here, the black and white Joker. Wow. Here, I'm gonna take this one. Okay, the Queen of Hearts. Let's see if you can see that there. So yeah, this is feeling like a really positive, really uplifting type of love here, and I feel like it's coming from this dark space, and it's going back to that message of the 444 as well, as an ending of a cycle into the start of a new cycle. I'm going to take this one. Oh wow. So already I'm seeing we've got the Queen of Love and the King of Truth here. That's what this signifies and looks like to me. It looks like some masculine energy is going into their truth, and some feminine energy is going into their love, which, you know, love and truth, they go hand in hand already. So I'm seeing a lot of face cards here while I'm shuffling. So there's a lot of authority, a lot of power going on in this. Here, let's take this one. There's a balance in love here. There's some sort of progression, elevation in love that I'm reading here with that Six of Hearts. And then a Jack of Love. Okay. So we'll go into the blue cards. So the red cards are my physical, are representative of like the physical world, and then the blue cards to me is this, they're the spiritual world. So let's see what's going on here when it comes to the spirit. Ooh, wow. Did that Ace of Hearts? Yeah, the Ace of Hearts came out in the blue when I shuffled before the reading, and I was talking about the Ace of Hearts coming out in the blue. That was really signifying some sort of victory in love. Yeah. This is like, this one. Okay. King of Clubs. And remember, there's nothing in the messages, nothing in the videos that are coincidence. So, you know, if things seem differently from another video, or if they seem similar to another video, you could always, you know, read the energies and everything how they are. I mean, I notice myself, I usually will kind of take cards just from the top, but this time it's like every single card I have to shuffle to pull every single one, because that's how they want it. You know, they don't want me to just pull it from the top. They want me to actually shuffle them. All right, and here it is. What I'm seeing here is a match here with this Six of Hearts in the physical and the Six of Hearts in the spiritual. So this is balance in love in both places, in your inner being as well as in your physical. So they're not quite matching up, and I'm not being told to actually move them or match them up or anything. So this balance in the physical and in the spiritual is not quite matching up. The physical being down here in the blue cards with the blue back cards on the bottom, and then the physical here being on the red back cards that we have here at the top. So if I read it this way, which that's kind of what I'm feeling like reading it, myself looking down at the cards from right to left here, and we have this Queen of Hearts, like I was saying during the when we were pulling out the cards. This Queen of Hearts here is some feminine energy, finding the truth in love, or having the truth in love, or going towards her truth in love. This king is going towards his truth. or he's in his truth now. These are the spiritual cards. This is the spirit. This is the inner being. This is something that someone knows. I feel like she's saying, I feel like she's saying, I know my love. And he's saying, I know my truth. And I feel like together they say, we know one another. That's what I feel like. This Six of Hearts is a balance. This is balanced love. This is balance in love in the inner being. And I feel like it is like talking about that building up of love here. I feel like this is building up. This is that building up of love, is that balance. Coming from knowing in the inner being this love, and knowing in the inner being this truth. Going into this balance of love, this balance of the heart. This Jack of Hearts, I feel like, is saying that there is progress to be made. There is more to do. There's more work to be done. But I feel like there's some sort of knowing, some sort of authority, some sort of understanding in doing it. Because it is this Jack here. That's how I'm reading this. Going into this Ace of Hearts in the spiritual. Oh wait, so this up at the top is the physical world. Wow. I read it as the spiritual, so I mean there may be a reason why it was read like that, as the spiritual, because I said this was in the inner being. But perhaps, wow, in the physical world someone knows their love, and in the physical world this king knows his truth, this queen knows her love, and this king knows his truth. And there is balance here in this love. Wow. So take that energy how it resonates. I did say that in the spiritual, so that could be a message that's. I feel like it started off in the spiritual, and now it's manifesting into the physical world. I really feel like that's what it is. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So this Ace of Hearts here, I feel like it's saying to us, it's victory in love. This is in the spiritual back. So I feel like in your spirit, in your inner being, like there is nothing that can take away this victory in love. And that is what's causing it to manifest from the spirit into the physical world here. Is because you had this spiritual victory in love. When I see this spiritual victory in love, I always think about this being something towards finding self-love first, being able to love yourself and learning how to love through loving yourself, and that's how you can love others unconditionally. And it's almost like I can treat other people the way I want to be treated, because I've learned how to love myself. I feel like this victory in love and self-love is very important to this message, because I feel like this is something that had to be done, something that needed to be done. Because I'm hearing there was a point in time where I hated myself. For whatever reason, whatever it may have been, I'm hearing there was a point in time where I hated myself, but I moved into this self-love, and that's where I could see my love on earth as it is in heaven. And that's when I could manifest true love on earth, is when I learned how to love myself. That's the message that I'm hearing. That's the message that I'm getting right now. I see a lot of this authority here in these face cards on the spread here. Even I see a lot of authority here in these face cards. Even this victory here it's very, this is very prominent when it comes to this whole love connection, this entire love. Honestly, I am so tuned into this Ace of Love here. I feel like this right here was really the start of all of this self-love. What I'm hearing is that this love was not even seen in the way it should have been seen until the self-love came into play, until the self-love was done. Here it is, this King of Clubs here, the clubs being a game of life, a cycle of life. I feel like someone gained authority over their life when they found this self-love. The Queen of Hearts here. Here's another Queen of Hearts. This feminine energy has really found love in a way that she's never experienced before. There's no other way to look at that, with the Queen of Hearts being here in this physical card and here in this spiritual card. She has never experienced a love like she's experienced, the way she's experiencing it now. Something about that, some sort of message about that. That's no doubt about it, with both of these queens showing up here and in the hearts. I feel like she's really learned to love herself too. And this balance here, and the physical and the spiritual with this Six of Hearts is saying too that this is very strong. Having this balance in the spirit and having it in the spiritual world, this balance of the heart, I feel like this was opening the heart. Yes, that's what it is. Yes, I just heard that confirmation. This is opening the heart. I feel like someone had a long time of no love. And I'm hearing different stories when it comes to that. I'm hearing a story that this is something new for some people. And I'm hearing a story of something about something cycling back around. There's different scenarios, different situations in this love in this love story here, and it's different for everyone, and I know it's always going to be different for everyone, because it's always different perspectives. But I'm hearing it's almost like it's the exact same story for so many people, but the slightest change makes it so unique. Like it's like the exact same story for like a mass amount of people, but it's just it's just the slight detail in whatever it could be, in time, in distance, in age, and nothing that's like not suitable or not fitting, but just these differences. So I'm feeling like I just want to pull a couple more. So I'll probably pull 2 more from the red deck and 2 more from the blue deck. And I'm going to put these back in the deck and pull. Just want to kind of get some more insight on what's going on here. Yeah, I feel like this is a very powerful connection. I'm hearing long overdue. Someone may feel like I'm hearing it's about time type thing. I'm not sure. But I am hearing a lot of positive things, but it wasn't without the negative. But I hear the Spirit saying, like, don't focus on the negative, because don't give you, that's a part of the balance, right? Where you have to appreciate the things that got you to this point. Yeah, because there's just so many different factors in the lives of both of these individuals. So many different storylines, histories, experiences that they both went through, collectively. And it's what I'm hearing is that it's almost like the story that we got when the spread was out, of how it's exactly the same, but the slightest detail changes everything. So they can relate to one another very much so, but at the same time, it's the perspectives are so different, but yet relatable. Okay, so let's just get to, and I'll just pull this straight from the top. All right, I'm liking these cards here, because I'm feeling like this is a lot of truth here with these spades. I heard being honest with yourself, being truthful with yourself, being truthful about the situation. In here, as I'm shuffling and I split it, the Ace of Spades. So this is like the big truth. This is the ultimate truth here. This, the largest truth in the deck. The largest truth in the deck. I'm gonna take this one. Oh wow. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So, these may not look like anything to you, but when I see them, I'm like, oh, because I feel like the different energies from the cards. But let's talk about this. These are the blue backs here at the top, and then here at the bottom are the red backs. So we've got the spiritual at the top and the physical here at the bottom, where I'm seeing all this truth here at the top in the spiritual cards. All this truth here in the inner being, in the spirit. We've got this Queen of Truth. This Queen of Truth. I feel like this Queen holds the masculine's truth. It's like he's found his truth. In the last spread, he was in his truth. He had found his truth. And here, the Queen is the truth here. That's like literally what this is saying. And here in this Five of Spades, this is grace and mercy and blessings in the truth. Wow. I'm gonna just let you guys think about that for a minute. In the last spread, the king found his truth. Here the queen is the truth, is on the truth card. And there's grace, mercy, and blessings in the truth. Wow. I mean, this is definitely a strong love situation of finding yourself. Yeah, this is coming out of the dark place. Perhaps that self-hate was very, very strong. I mean, I don't know if I stressed it that much, but that self-hate was perhaps very strong. This is coming out of that completely. Learning to love yourself. And in learning to love yourself, that is everything that is you, everything that is a part of you, not just in this life, but in your existence. Okay? Everything that is a part of you in your existence, that includes the person that you are one with from the beginning of time. when you find that love in yourself and your truth, then you find everything that is true to you. This queen is here on this truth card. This grace, mercy, blessings in the truth here. And in the physical world, a couple. Oops. Look, I almost burned this card with this fire here. Somebody almost messed this up. Somebody may have almost messed this up, but it manifested in the physical world, okay? And I'm able to just wipe this smoke right off, and it's like just coming off. All right, dust it off, because this is the couple, this is the union, this is the love right here, okay? And here we've got the 6 of clubs, elevation, balance, and the clubs is life. Something has been manifested in life that brings this balance, that brings this elevation, this rise. I want to pull one more. I really just want to pull one more. I like to pull one more in the spirit anyhow, so I'll go ahead on and do that. I'm going to shuffle these cards, these red cards, and just shuffle them back. And then I'll pull a blue. Wow. This is a pretty good read. I love this reading for the collective. I really do. I love this reading for the collective. Lord, give us one more of what you want to tell us in the spirit. Holy Spirit, give us one more. Angels, ancestors, divine beings. Here we go. Okay. 7 is my number for fullness, for completion. And here we are with this completion in the truth, in this truth card. But I do have to point out something. And I typically don't read reversals, and not every card can come in a reversal. This 7 is a completion or a rest in the truth. Someone is not resting in the truth because this did come out upside down. And the reason I'm reading it upside down is because here I've got more spades face pointing down than I do pointing, oh, you can't see it, than I do pointing up. Let's move this fire before things are okay. So yes, we've got more spades here facing down. This is more truth. So I'm reading this a couple ways, and I feel like every single one of these stories apply. I'm reading, first of all, there is rest, there is completion in this truth. This is a part of the last message that Spirit wants to tell us, and that Spirit wants to say. There is rest in this truth. However, someone did not accept it. But I also see these spades facing down, coming down to you. I see this truth being sent down to you. This is almost like help from the heavens. I'm hearing making you wise, feeding you with truth, helping you to be wise, helping you to be truthful about the situation. I feel like you've probably rejected a lot of the truth in this situation. Either you or your person, or maybe both. And the heavens have helped you in this. But there was rejection of the truth. But the thing is, the truth is there. And rest and the truth is there. It's for you to accept it. And I think that's the message that they want you to know. Like, you have the support. You have this wisdom that is coming to you. Right? And so that's what this that's what this is saying, and that's what this last message is. So I will catch you all in the next video. That is the message. Shalom.